Hey folks, it's your man Sean back again with this month's the March edition of Ask Asset Intel, our monthly webcast series where we bring in one of our team members to answer the most frequent questions asked by you folks. Well, this month we have our amazing quality lead Suchita with us, and she's going to answer a few of the questions that generally comes to our mind when we discuss qualities of a software that leads the asset infrastructure industry. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and talk to Suchita. Alright guys, so we are here with Suchita, our amazing QA lead. We're going to be asking some questions to Suchita and she can possibly answer them and help you guys know a little bit better about how we manage quality of the amazing solutions that we have in offer for you. Wait, hey Suchita, how's it going?
Yeah, hi Sean, thank you for having me and thanks for the nice introduction. I'm doing pretty great. Yes.
Awesome. Sounds good. So first question that I have for you, Suchita, is regarding your journey. So could you give us a little bit brief about your journey before AssetIntel and what kind of led you to join AssetIntel and, kind of help us with the amazing solutions for our agencies?
So before joining AssetIntel, I had worked for 3 different organizations. There are the domains are also different. So before AssetIntel, I began my career as a software testing engineer at Leopold Store. So where I spent approximately 5 years. I have total 5 years of experience in quality assurance domain. Now, this role enabled me to build a solid foundation in software testing, then deepening my knowledge of various methodologies, tools and processes critical for, ensuring the software quality. So my time there significantly boosted my confidence in QA and it sharpened my abilities in, issue identification, test case creation and collaboration with developers to enhance the software performance. So the story is in November 2020, a close friend of mine who was working in AssetIntel, he referred me to Human, and at that time Human and Kenny was looking for a QA professional for his team because they were overwhelmed with the work, interaction with the client, and along with that testing the application by themselves. So it was quite overwhelming for them. So the prospect of joining AssetIntel was appealing, and especially since it focused on asset management. This field was I was not initially familiar with it. However, the opportunity to leverage my QA expertise to enhance the systems and processes in asset management, was both exciting and at the same time it was, motivating for me. So after successfully navigating, the interview process, I joined AssetIntel as a software QA lead. So initially, I was the only QA team member. So I was tasked with, establishing the entire QA process from scratch. This included designing the QA process, then selecting the test management tools, creating the test plan for our products like Emergency X and Inspect X, then overseeing the testing of various software systems. Additionally, I was responsible for assembling, QA team to scale and refine our process. Now, this role, presented both the challenges and rewards, as I took approach to ensure that we made the company's quality standards. So throughout my tenure at AssetIntel, I earned the trust of our key stakeholders like Human and Kenny due to my commitment to excellence in all the work that I do. So
Definitely.
yeah, so long story short, so my journey into, specializing in QA for asset management has been shaped by my background in software testing, then the chance to embrace the new challenges and my aspiration to apply my skills within this domain. Now, transitioning from a more, generalized QA role to one focused on asset management has been a, natural evolution that has advanced my career with contributing significantly to the development and the success of Asset Intel's QA initiatives. Yes, that's pretty much about me.
Definitely. That sounds great. Well, another question that comes to me is, I understand, like, there have been a lot of situations, challenges, and a lot of, scenarios, I would say, going through all these years with, our solutions and the amazing advancements that we have done in the field of providing with solutions to asset management, right? One of the questions that comes to me is, what has been one of the most challenging, but as well as rewarding experiences or scenarios that have come to you while, you embarked on your QA journey at AssetIntel?
So I would say, one of the most challenging yet rewarding experience in my QA journey was joining AssetIntel as a software QA lead. So at that time, I was the sole QA member, which meant I had to establish the entire QA process from ground up. Now, this involved, selecting the test management tools, developing the test plans, and ensuring a robust framework for testing our products. Now, I was like new as in a lead role. So I know the challenge was significant as I needed to set up the QA structure and identify the appropriate tools, establish best practices while gaining the trust of both the team and stakeholders. So, however, it was incredibly fulfilling because I had the chance to shape the QA function and make a meaningful impact on product quality. Now, over the time, I successfully built a QA team on leadership's trust and ensure we consistently deliver the high quality products. Now, this experience taught me the valuable lessons in, leadership, then taking decisions, problem solving, and adaptability. Now, witnessing the result of, our hard work and its contribution to the company's success, it was, truly amazing for me.
Makes sense, definitely, and we sincerely appreciate that because, I mean, you have been in AssetIntel way longer than me, but as I joined in, I did see the the great SOP with which the entire engineering team and the developers and the QA team and everybody works, right? So that was really amazing for me as well. Awesome, cool. So I also wanted to understand another thing from your end. So what is a usual misconception or a myth that you may want to bust when it comes to QA, but especially for a software or a solution like us, which kind of leads or caters to the asset infrastructure industry, whereas compared to doing QA for a solution that is kind of different, like when I say different, for a solution which is like catering to a very mass oriented industries, let's say something like e-commerce or logistics and stuff like that, right? So what have you noticed as a difference, and what would be basically any misconception or any myths that you would want to bust on those?
Yes, to answer this, like in a generic way, I can say the common misconception about quality assurance is that it is primarily focuses on identifying problems like mistakes or issues after they have occurred. While detecting the issue is indeed a component of QA, but it is not the only sole emphasis of quality assurance process. So QA in asset infrastructure industry is quite different from other sectors because it's more of proactive and integrated. So in this, like in asset management industry, QA isn't just about finding defects after they happen. It's about like preventing issues from the start by embedding the quality checks throughout the life cycle of the asset, whether it's a bridge, it's a road, tunnel, or any other utility system. So unlike other industries where QA might be a separate phase, here it's a part of every step, I feel. So ensuring the reliability and safety. Now, the complexity of assets add another layer of challenge as the systems vary in age, condition, and usage. So on top of that, regulatory compliance is a big focus. in
Yeah.
asset infrastructure. As
Definitely.
as a public safety and environmental standards are critical. So I feel this requires QA processes to be thorough and adaptable to evolving, technologies like automation and data analytics.
Right.
So, while QA in other industry may focus more on a software bugs or, or uniform systems, uh,
Mhm.
asset infrastructure demands like a dynamic approach
Right.
that balances the prevention, the compliance and the innovation to ensure the quality at every level. So,
Right.
yeah.
Definitely. That sounds great. Yeah, and you really put it well, and kind of clears out quite a few of the things that I had in mind. Awesome, awesome, cool. So let's switch gears a little bit and let's possibly talk about you and our team a little bit. So, how would you say, or what would be one of those major things about the team or the work environment that kind of motivates or pushes you towards the amazing work that you do?
So one of the most exciting aspect of my role is, strong sense of collaboration and teamwork within our group. Like each team member, brings unique skills and experiences, and this diverse, mix of perspective allows us to tackle the problems, creatively. Now, the support we provide one another fosters a effort toward achieving our common goals.
Mhm.
I can say another thrilling element is the openness to new ideas and innovation. So I'm encouraged to share my thoughts, on improving the processes or exploring the new approaches, which keeps
Yeah.
our work dynamic and at the same time engaging. So additionally, I take a great pride in knowing that my role in quality assurance directly impacts the success of our product. Now, the knowledge that my efforts contributes, to ensuring the product functions smoothly and meets the high quality standards. So it gives me, sense of accomplishment at the end of the day. So yeah, that way.
Awesome, awesome. Very well put, Suchita, and totally agree. We all the way. I mean, we as a marketing team are a part of the sprint calls, etc. Sometimes, and we are really amazed with all the hard work that you guys put in. So amazing. The last question that we have for you is regarding the work culture, and we generally want to hear about this from all of our guests who come into, every month. I mean, who come into our webcast every month. So, how would you describe from your end the work culture in Asset Intel? Anything that really motivates you? You feel amazing about it, or anything that any other feedback that you may have about it, so that it kind of puts a light on how we kind of foster, or what culture we foster in Asset Intel.
So I've been working here in AssetIntel since last 3.5 years, and it's been a great journey for me. So AssetIntel is like a second family for me.
Uh-huh.
You can, and when you say about culture, I think in three words, if I want to describe AssetIntel company's culture is like, the first one is transparent, that is transparency. Second is trust, and third one is empowering. Transparency in the sense, the organization fosters an environment, for open communication and honesty, ensuring that information flows freely and decisions are made transparently at all the levels. So we have our, social Friday meetings at each Friday, like the India team have with our CEO Human Parvade, and he, shares the update, like what is going on into the business, and like how he's working with clients. So that kind of transparency is much needed, I guess, in every organization. So second one is trust. I think trust and transparency are correlated to each other. So I feel there exists a strong sense of trust among the team members, where individuals depend on each other's expertise and judgment to achieve the collective goals. So there is nothing like a competition between each team members. Rather, each team member is helping the other one, to achieve their goals and to improve them. Third one is empowering, maybe. So employees here are encouraged, to take the ownership of their work, like to take the decisions and to contribute the company's success. So this culture promotes both, personal and the professional growth as well. So yeah, apart from this, like there is always a fun element at AssetIntel. We have our, joint social Friday events. Then we can keep the work-life balance here very well in AssetIntel. So that is my experience in AssetIntel so far, and I am very, very grateful to work here.
No, definitely, Suchita. I say this in all of our webcasts as an addition to this question. It's really amazing. Obviously, what you mentioned about transparency and everything, and especially the flat line of communication. Everybody can communicate with everybody. It's not that you have to go through a channel because you have to talk to Human, right? You can directly just get in touch with him anytime. So that I think that makes a lot of difference. And another thing that I always say is, this is to people who are watching this from outside the company. You would be really amazed to kind of like be in a culture like AssetIntel. So I am as well, like, sincerely grateful to be a part of such an amazing work culture. Yeah, totally agree. Awesome. Cool. So those are the 5 questions that we had for Suchita. We do have more questions, but we generally try to keep the episodes short and sweet. So if we do come up with more questions, we can have Suchita again back in another episode, and she can answer all those questions for us at that time. So thank you so much, Suchita, for your time. I know you took out time from your busy schedule, and thanks so much for giving us the time to shoot the webcast with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Strong.
Thanks. Awesome, Suchita. Well, guys, that was it for this month's edition of Ask AssetIntel. Thank you so much for staying tuned in till the end of the video. Thanks to Suchita as well for giving us time for the webcast. Well, remember, the SNBI transition deadline is right at your door. We have SNBI-X just for you. Please check out the video right here. At the same time, if you do want to check out the other episodes of Ask AssetIntel, check out the playlist right here. And meanwhile, stay safe and stay subscribed.